Hello, I'm Lynda Kinkade. You've been watching our breaking news coverage of the death of NBA legend Kobe Bryant. I want to take a look now at other stories making news. And the U.S. Centers for Disease Control says it's preparing for the Wuhan coronavirus as if it's a pandemic, but hoping that it's not. There are currently 5 cases of the virus here in the United States, more than 2,000 in China, where there's a scramble to build 2 new hospitals. Right now, the head of the World Health Organization is headed to Beijing to meet with Chinese authorities. That's after China's health minister declared that people can spread the virus even if they're not showing any symptoms. Now, China has now either fully or partially locked down 15 cities, which is impacting more than 57 million people. The virus has already claimed 56 lives, all in mainland China. Well, Blake Essig is tracking this live for us from CNN Hong Kong. And Blake, so China's health minister says the virus can now spread from people that are not showing symptoms, but the Center for Disease Control here says they don't have evidence to show that at this stage. What is China saying?
Yeah, the jury is still out, but according to China's health minister, what he's saying is that during the incubation period, which is roughly 1 to 14 days, according to China health officials, that no matter whether somebody is asymptomatic, showing symptoms or not, that the virus can be transmitted to other people. And so when you think about what's going on around the world right now with the measures in place to try to scan passengers as they go through ports of entry, checking body temperatures and whatnot, the reality is if China is correct in what they're saying about the way that this virus is potentially being spread, people will be able to walk right through showing no symptoms, and then potentially, again, anywhere that in that incubation period between 1 and 14 days, that's when they'll start to show symptoms. So anybody that you potentially come into contact with who is infected with the virus has the potential to spread that virus to all those people that they come into contact with. So that's why China's leader, Xi Jinping, is describing the Wuhan coronavirus as really a, quote, grave situation. The reason, again, for that is because of how fast this virus is spreading. To understand the speed, you can look back to just a week ago on Friday. At that point, there were about 62 confirmed cases through Sunday. There are more than 2,000 confirmed cases. And again, to put that into perspective, that's about a 3,100% increase in just over a week. And, you know, researchers at universities in the United Kingdom and the United States are actually predicting that within about 8 days, February 4th, that the number of confirmed cases in Wuhan alone, where the virus originated, is predicted to exceed about 250,000. So what ends up happening, you know, really to be seen. Hopefully, the Chinese officials are not accurate in their prediction of how this virus is transmitted. Lynda?
All right, Blake Essig, good to have you there for us in Hong Kong on that story. Of course, we do know that there are 56 deaths now from the coronavirus. And of course, there are 2,000 cases, as Blake just said. It has spread to more than half a dozen other countries, including 5 cases now here in the United States. We're also following the developing news, or the breaking news coverage of Kobe Bryant's death, the NBA legend who died this morning in a helicopter crash. He's a 41-year-old father of 4. All 9 people on board that helicopter died, including his 13-year-old daughter, Bryant. Now, they were headed to the Mamba Sports Academy for a basketball game, and when they perished in that crash. We are continuing that coverage. Stay with CNN.